Good afternoon. Action Impact number 7. I can't believe it's been a week already. It honestly has drug by, and um, these impacts, recording these and thinking about it and prepping for it, have definitely been something to get me through this. And I appreciate all the friends and family that have reached out to me and given me words of encouragement during the COVID-19. And um, I'm feeling great. I'd like to think that I have kicked it. So fingers crossed, or knock on wood, or however you feel about that. But um, this leads me to the topic: doubt. I'll just start by saying, if you let this booger slip in, it can really do a lot of damage. Um, Doubt and worry are the two biggest causes of stress, and um, I've definitely felt my fair share of doubt, worry, and stress in the last couple weeks. And so that's why I feel like I should talk to you guys about it, and just self evaluate here. So, when it comes to the distance that doubt puts in between you and whatever you love or whatever you're pursuing in life, it can really put a harm on what you're looking to do. And a lot of times, what I see is it keeps you from truth, love, and happiness. Um, just for an example that I've seen in real time is sales. Um, you cannot be a good salesman or make a lot of money in that business if you don't have hope and belief in what you're doing, um, because you're going to be tested. I use an example of selling duck umbrellas in Arizona, right? The irony of that is it doesn't rain in Arizona, and selling duck umbrellas probably isn't the smartest move. But if you're fully confident in what you're doing and what you're selling, and just overall your perspective on moving forward and completing the task, I think you can do it. One thing you got to understand is, in Arizona, about that fourth or fifth person you talk to, they're going to look at you sideways like, first off, sir, umbrellas? Do you notice you're in the desert? Second off, ducks aren't from here. Why in the world would you want duck umbrellas in Arizona? And how you handle that response is really important, because that's where doubt starts. Um, it may not be something that you've come up with yourself. It's a bug that somebody put in your ear that starts to slip in, and then it just grows. Um, the way I see it is, if I'm in Arizona selling duck umbrellas, good luck finding somebody else that's going to be selling duck umbrellas. You know, those things are a heck of a souvenir. Have you ever seen one? Because I've seen like three, and they're in the back of my trunk. Oh, let me go get them for you. Whoopsie. I kind of clicked out there for a moment. But um, when it comes to doubt, one thing I need you to do is ask yourself, who told you, or where did this thought come from? And if you can't find a good root, or it's something that you have made up in your brain, then you got to tell yourself to shut up. You got to tell yourself to cut that thought off. Otherwise, it will just continue to manifest and grow. And before you know it, you lose track of the truth, the love, and the happiness that you once had. Um, Now, what I'm saying, as far as, the things that you hear, or the doubts that just slip into your life, it's okay to have, crazy, outlandish thoughts. And, don't think that you're weird for having those. The main thing is not acting on emotion. If you can really just take a pause, or just put time in between you and your actions. I really think it'll help out. Um, Here in the past couple weeks, it's been really hard to do that. When I get, a response from someone, it's really easy to immediately just generate something and throw it back into the universe. And I know that that's not the positive way to go. And um, just know that it's okay to have crazy thoughts or emotions, but don't act on those emotions. I've seen that a lot where you get a text message that may upset you, or somebody phrases something the wrong way, and then it immediately sets off a trigger, and boom, you're snowballing into a negative doubt. Um, how do we fix doubt? I think excitement and closing your back door or your options are two things to really help that. What I mean by that is, obviously, if you're doubting something and you're putting time into that thought, then that means it was worth it. I don't think your brain's just going to think about things that you really don't care about or that interest you. And so when doubt comes in, a lot of times that'll tell you how much you love or care for what you're doing, and as long as you can nip that doubt in the butt, I think you're going to be in a good place. Also, what I mean by closing the house up or locking the back door is that, a lot of times with the path of least resistance, you'll have a little bit of doubt creep in, and instead of confronting that and really figuring out where that's coming from and how maybe you could fix it, um, you're quick to slip out the back door and go find something with less doubt, um, if that's possible. I think if you don't really figure out how to confront that issue of doubt and worry, then it'll continue to haunt you in whatever you do. And it's the easiest way to really get in your own way. I've seen this over and over again where someone starts to, doubt the process, or maybe doubt themselves on a wakeboard, and they take a hard crash, and instead of taking that hard crash and being like, okay, what did I do wrong and how can I fix it next time, all they can think about is, oh, I just hope that this doesn't happen again. I hope that this doesn't happen again. And boom, before you know it, you're really not excited to get back on a wakeboard anyways, or you're maybe not excited to put in the work to manifest into something great, because um, you're too scared of the trial, and doubt has slipped in. Um, that brings me to my next thing of, don't live scared. Um, that's honestly what the devil wants for you, is to second guess yourself and live scared, and really just doubt your next step, instead of trusting in the Lord and understanding that there's a plan behind what we do, and why we're on this earth and why we woke up today. And if you really take that approach, then that doubt will disappear so quick. When I look at leaning and trusting on the Word and in prayer, golly, that blanket is so comfortable. I tell you what, you have those weighted blankets that give you, relief stress and anxiety, but they do not compare one bit to the love and prayer of God. And I just want you guys to know that. But don't live scared. Uh, don't say what if. One thing that's causing a lot of doubt right now is again, ta-da, social media, um, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok. All of those, again, they can be great. They can add excitement to your life, but when you start to compare your life to what you see on Instagram or Facebook, or I wish I could do that TikTok dance like they do it. I would never say that, but hey, whatever, right? Um, you can really be harsh on yourself. Number one, you got to remember the strong majority of things you see on social media are somebody at their highest. That's why they posted it on social media, right? It's like the best part of their week, month, year is the part that goes on social media. And if you look at your life and then you compare it to somebody else's social medias, you'll always be let down because that's not real. That's the best piece of what they've done so far. And I'm not trying to knock anybody for having really cool social media. That's awesome. But one thing you gotta understand is that's only a snapshot of what's really going on. And if we all look at that and we look at every single quote that scrolls through your feed on Instagram, like, oh, great, that's exactly what I needed. Number one, your phone's probably freaking listening to you. Number two, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the devil and the doubt that's creeping in, and that's what's bringing these texts into your life. And golly, that one just, it really grinds my gears when I look at comparing what I have and what I'm doing in life, and then looking at someone else's happiness on social media. Number one, be happy for them, but don't compare yourself, right? That's one of the commandments. Just please take me up on that advice. Clearly, I'm passionate enough about that one. Now, this is what I'll probably end with here is uh, when it comes to doubt and really nipping doubt out of your life, um, the best way that I have found how is by putting 100% of your effort into whatever you're doing. A lot of coaches that I've had in the past, they use the term, mess it up full speed, right? I think that's really important um, because if you're going 80%, 70%, and you got a little doubt, that's when you ultimately get hurt. Versus if you're putting headstrong 100% into what you're doing, um, the results will surprise you. And the way I see it is the things I've felt in the last 3 weeks. It's important that we continue to mess it up full speed and go 100%. Um, because I don't know, I'm not real sure what half-ass looks like anymore, and I probably won't. Um, I've exhausted all options in my personal life in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm sure it's been exhausting for the other side, but the reason I'm doing that is so I can hang my hat and know that I put everything that I had into this and let the cards fall where they fall. And it is what it is. I love you guys, and um, don't let doubt creep in. Let's mess up full speed and stay classy, San Diego.